Hello, Huddersfield. How are we doing, all right? I'm Darren Mack, as Auntie said. I'm a magician. I'll tell you that now in case it's not apparent by the end. I'm going to show you some of my favourite things. I'm going to start with where it all began for me, at my very first magic show. Picture the scene. I'm 10 years old, all right? I've been booked to do my very first magic show, my granddad's birthday party, all right? I'd made myself a box. I'd got a little box of magic tricks and I was ready, set to go. There was about 14 or 15 people all at this event, all sat around on buffets, eating the buffet, and this is the trick that I showed them, the trick with 5 playing cards, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards. And I threw away one of those playing cards, yet still, miraculously, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards. The audience was so impressed, they threw their hands in the air in careless abandon and cried the words, "Amazing!" Amazing. All right, we can work on that. There's an energy issue in the room, but it's my fault because I didn't tell you it was happening, did I? And so I apologise. I'll give you guys another chance, all right? Picture the scene. I'm actually only 6 years old, all right? It's my granddad's birthday party, very first trick, very first show. There's about 40 or 50 people there in the room, sat on the buffets, eating the buffet, and I showed them the trick with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards, and I threw away one of those playing cards, yet still, miraculously, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards, and everybody cried. Hooray! Wow, that's good. That was nearly everybody. Just a couple of people at the back there, and I'm not going to mention any names, but to be honest, you're spoiling it for the rest of us, all right? So I'll give you one last chance. Picture the scene. I'm actually only 2 years old. It's my granddad's birthday party, all right? There's about 400 or 500 people there, sat on the buffet, eating the buffets, and I showed them this trick with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards, and I threw away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those 5 playing cards, yet still, miraculously, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards left. And as I put the last card into the box, all the cards vanished and everybody cried. Thank you. That's really good. Thanks so much. Well, I've been working with a mentor for my magic act, all right? And he gave me some feedback. He said, Darren, the best way to improve your act is to go into the toilets and go in to sit in one of the cubicles, and in the interval, wait for people to come in and listen to what they've got to say about your show, all right? So that's exactly what I did at my last show a couple of days ago. I was in a hotel in Leeds called the Hilton Hotel, and in this hotel I went into the toilets halfway through and I sat and I listened to what people had to say about my show, and it's based on what those 2 ladies said that I like to share with this trick with you now. And it's a trick with 3 pieces of rope, and I need to get these 3 pieces of rope examined, because if not, people think that I'm cheating, all right? And I don't want you to think that. I mean, I am cheating, but I don't want you to think that. So you, sir, your name is? James, good to meet you, James. Can you hold the big piece of rope, James? Give it a tug, check it's a regular piece of rope. You, sir, your name is? Bob, nice to meet you, Bob. The middle-sized piece of rope, check it's a regular piece of rope, and it's Joe, isn't it? Yes. Joe, the little piece of rope. Have a look at the little piece of rope for me, Joe. Just check it's a regular piece of rope. James, do me a favour, stand up. Is that piece of rope all right? Is there no magnets on the end? Before you throw it back to me, James, I want you to hold the rope out so everybody can see it, and in a loud, proud, triumphant voice. I'd love to chat, James, but I'm halfway through a show here. In a loud, proud, triumphant voice, James, I want you to say, "I have a big one."
I have a big bit of rope. My penis is not so impressive.
Thanks, James. A level of honesty that I didn't necessarily expect, James, but thank you very much for that. Bob, stand for me, please, Bob. Great to meet you, Bob. Bob, you don't have to be as honest as James. But in a loud, proud and triumphant voice, I want you to hold the piece of rope out so everybody can see and say, "I have a medium-sized one." I have a medium rope. Bob's the other way, he doesn't want to brag, so... And finally, Joe, who's here with Linda. I would chat with you, Linda, but I think we've exhausted every possible thing about you. Joe, could you do me a favour? You can see where this is going, Joe, can't you? And I feel like it's not fair that you do it off there. So, Joe, will you join me on the stage? Give Joe a round of applause. And Joe, thanks very much for coming up. And in a loud, proud and triumphant voice, I would like you to say, Joe.
Size doesn't matter.
Yes, Joe, thank you very much. Give Joe a round of applause. Stay there for me, Joe. With these 3 pieces of rope, I'm going to share with you a really old classic of magic, Joe, and I would like you to help me. Is that all right?
Yeah.
These 3 pieces of rope are all different lengths. I'm going to make them all the same length to prove that everybody is created equal, James, all right? To do that, I'm going to take these 3 pieces over here and I'm going to take up the ends, 1, 2, 3, like so, and everybody can... It's this bit that's the giveaway, isn't it? I'll tell you what, I'll take that up there and now prove that everything is equal. These people don't believe me, Joe. I need you to make the magic work. To do that, Joe, I want you to do me a favour. I want you to just take your hand and just go... Boop, boop. And cough for me, Joe. Half of the people in the room got that joke, Joe. Bob's explaining that to his wife. It's something that happens in a prostate exam. I had a prostate exam last week, and the doctor gave me the thumbs up. Tell you what, Joe. The book didn't quite work, so I've got a magic wand here, Joe. I'm going to take the magic wand. Can you hold the magic wand? Do me a favour. Wave the magic wand over the ends of the rope, please, for me, Joe. That's what I'd like you to... Joe, we're all friends here now. Does this ever happen to you? If it does happen, Linda, don't laugh at him like you are doing now, all right? Joe, do me a favour. Wave the wand over the ends of the rope. Some days you just got to do the best you can, Joe, haven't you, yeah? And if we actually blow and pull, all the 3 pieces of rope become the same length, so that this one over here is the same size as this one over here, and this one over here. Give Joe a round of applause. Thank you. Thanks very much, Joe. Take a seat for me. I actually learnt this trick from my... I'll leave that there. I actually learnt this trick from my granddad. And he showed me this. He was a bit of a conjurer himself. You thought I was going to say something else then, didn't you, Bob? But he taught me this trick, and it's good because it's his first birthday party, and it's good that I can come full circle and show it to you. But he showed me a slightly different thing with the 3 ropes. He said, look, when I was young, he said 3 ropes might be a little confusing. He said, well, look, use just 2. I said, how's that? Well, 2 is good, but it's still a little bit too confusing. So I'll take these 2 over here, and with the heat of my hand and a little bit of magic, I'll make 1 piece of rope. Now, James, you had the longest piece, didn't you? Yeah. Did you pull on the ends of the rope? Yeah. As hard as you could? Yeah. Like really hard? Because I pulled, James, and I actually pulled the ends from the rope, which is he can actually do magic, this guy. Yeah. This is kind of weird. This happens sometimes. Don't worry about it. I like to think I'm a professional. I see by your face you disagree, James, but I like to keep a spare pair of ends here, and they go on the rope like so. Now, I'm going to finish this trick because I'm getting on my own nerves as well as yours now. But to do this, I need to take this 1 piece over here and chop it into lady there, the lovely lady. What is your name? Kath. No, the lovely lady. Sorry, Kath. Kath, I'm joking. Of course I mean you, Kath. The audience turned very ugly very quickly there, didn't they? You didn't have a great deal of changing to do, did you, Bob? You were there already. But Kath, do you have any scissors with you today? No. Do you have any imaginary scissors with you today, Kath? Oh. Kath, just do me a favour. Just step forward and just use your imaginary scissors to cut this piece of rope for me. Well, very good, Kath. Yes, you can write my script next time. That's it. Excellent. Give Kath a round of applause. Good, Kath. Excellent. I finish with the long-sized piece and the medium-sized piece and the short piece of of rope. I'm only kidding, that is the long-sized piece. That one is the medium-sized piece. And that one is Joe's piece of rope. Yes! Thanks, Joe. James, you seem like a nice guy, and as there's nobody on the front row, I need you to help me again, James. Take hold of the cards. Just have a look through the cards, James. Check that they're all there, that they're all different, they're all mixed up. And just give them a quick shuffle for me, James, if you don't mind. Whilst you do that, I'm going to tell everybody that I'm going to get 3 people in the audience to choose a card. James is just shuffling them to check that they're all different, mixed up, and that. I'm going to get 3 people to choose a card. If you are one of the people who chooses a card, can you not shuffle, James? No. Fair enough. If you're one of the people that chooses a card, put your thumb inside the pack, have a look at one card, don't look through and find your favourite, just look at one card. Please remember that card, don't forget it, and we'll pass it on to somebody else. Are all the cards being shuffled, James? Thanks very much. We'll take the card. I'm going to cut the joker to the front, so please don't choose the joker at the front. I'm going to put some rubber bands around the cards, all right, just so you guys don't drop them all on the floor, and we're going to do this, all right. Kath, I feel like I've got some making up to do. Could you stand for me, Kath, please? I'm going to throw the cards. Can you catch them for me, Kath? When you do catch them, put your thumb in, look for one card, remember that card, and I'm going to get you to pass it on. Kath, there you are. Excellent. Put your thumb in, look at one card. Good, thank you. Kath, can you pass the cards to James for me, please? Stay stood up for me, Kath. James, stand for me, please. Put your thumb inside, look at one of the cards. Thank you very much. I'll take them back. Let's go and meet some other people. Let's go over here. We'll go past the first row to the second row. You sir there, what's your name? Richard. Good to meet you, Richard. I'm going to give you the cards, Richard. Stand up for me. Look at one card, Richard, and chuck them back to me. Thank you very much. All right, 3 cards have been chosen. No, please stay stood up for me. I'm going to try and name these. Thanks, Richard. I'm going to try and name these 3 cards. Please stay stood up for now. I'm going to try and read your minds. All right, Kath, you're first. Nice to meet you, Kath. It's rude to ask a lady her age, Kath, so how much do you weigh? Good, Kath, I've got you. I just do something so people drop the gear so I can get in there and steal a thought, and I've got your card. James, you're going to be a little bit more difficult. I'm going to come back to you. Richard, make your mind go blank. That was quick. All right, what I want you to do, Richard, is just think about your card. Got it. Thanks very much for that. Appreciate that. And stay stood up for me, Richard. Stay stood up for me, Kath. And finally, James. Last of all, what do you do for a job, James? Compliance. I'm struggling with that, James. Apart from to say that you were very compliant in that, you really gave me your thought, all right? And I've got the 3 cards here, all right? Now, please don't do anything yet. I'll name the 3 cards out loud, all right? The 5 of diamonds, the 9 of clubs, and the King of Spades. The 5 of diamonds, the 9 of clubs, and the King of Spades. If I named your card, and only if I named your card, please sit down now. Yes! I'm a swine. Thanks very much. I'm a swine. Excellent. All right, I'm going to do something else. I've got in here in this envelope a prediction. All right. And we're going to try something with a member of the audience, all right? The gentleman on the end, what is your name? Phil. Good to meet you, Phil. Phil, could you do me a favour? Could you just join me on the stage? Give Phil a round of applause. Great to meet you, Phil. Phil, we're going to try something. Stand over here for me, please. I've got a pack of cards for you, Phil. This is embarrassing. I've lost them. Oh, they're there. Phil, that's an invisible deck of cards. Stand there for me, Phil, so people behind can see. That's it. Phil, that's an invisible deck of playing cards, all right? For the benefit of everybody in the audience, I don't want them to think that we've set anything up on Facebook or Twitter or anything. For their benefits, Phil, give those cards a shuffle for me. People are making their own jokes, Phil. Just ignore them. It's good, Phil. You have to take them out of the box first, otherwise they don't mix up.
Right, look at that then.
Good. Thanks very much for that. What I'd like you to do, Phil, is to fan the cards out in front of you. And the reason I do this is because in this packet I've got a prediction, and I would like you, Phil, to have a free choice. I don't want to influence you in any way. So have a look through all the cards. Imagine they're all different. And what I want you to do, Phil, is start eliminating cards that you don't like. So have a look through. Find a card that you don't like and throw it away. Like this.
Oh, like that.
No, like this. That's it. Keep going, Phil. So you get down to around about 10 cards, something like that.
Right, we're there.
How many have you got, Phil?
I've got 5.
That's around about 10, yeah.
And 5. So 5 and 5.
Yeah, right, okay, so it's half of 5, all right? What I want you to do then is to have a look at those 5, and this time I'm going to change the goalpost, Phil, all right? I want you to have a look through, and of those 5, I want you to choose a card, but this time, it's the card we're going to use, don't show me, all right? Take that card out, put the other 4 in your pocket.
Right, okay.
Have you done that?
Yeah.
You're holding one card, aren't you,
Yeah.
Phil? Turn that card around, show it to everybody in the audience, make sure I don't see it. Has everybody seen it, Phil?
You'll never get this one.
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
seen it? In here I've got my prediction. In here there are 2 predictions. I must stress at this point, Anthony first very kindly asked me to perform here in the November comedy cellar, but I was unavailable. But this prediction was written in October, all right? So 3 months ago, this prediction. It's just stayed in my working case ever since, all right? And that doesn't seem much now, but when you see one of the predictions in there, you will see how incredible that is. Phil, do me a favour. Tear it open any way you can. Don't drop the card.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, good. Just any way you can, tear it open. That's it, and that's it. I've had my expenses covered by an MP, so I don't need a new envelope. That's it. Take it out. There's 2 predictions in there. The first one is a pack of playing cards, and also there is another prediction. Put the envelope on the table to the side here. For a second, put the playing cards on the table.
Oh, just put that one on there.
Yeah, thanks, Phil. The playing cards on the table as
They're
well.
in the pocket.
No, these playing cards. It's my fault, Phil. I picked you, didn't I? So, do me a favour, Phil, and read that out. Can you read that? Yeah, I would like you to read that out for me. I'll put the microphone, and you will see that this prediction was written in October. You'll see how incredible it actually is.
2 icons, David Bowie and Alan Rickman.
Whoa, slow down a bit.
2 icons, David Bowie
Pause.
and Alan Rickman will sadly pass away this week. This prediction was written in October 2015 and definitely not written this afternoon.
Thank you very much. Some people, Phil, are a bit sceptical that I've not used my powers of magic and mystery there. So I also put another prediction inside the envelope, and that's the pack of playing cards. Phil, hand the playing cards to me. Pick up your playing card. Inside here is my prediction. From a completely face-up pack, there is 1 card and 1 card only that is face down. The card that I thought Phil would choose. And Phil, there's no way I could know that, is there? No. For the first time, so we can all get to the end of the trick together, Phil, in a loud voice, tell everybody which card you chose.
Ace of Spades.
The what?
Ace of Spades.
Phil, I'm going to give you 1 chance, and 1 chance only, to change your mind. You don't have to, but it makes the outcome of this trick like tons better for everybody else. Or you can stick with the Ace of Spades. Sticking with the Ace of Spades. All right, let's go through. You should see that there's only 1 card and 1 card in this pack that's face down. Phil, can you see that as I go through all the other cards? There's only 1 card in the pack that's face down. You can verify that. I'll try and show it to as many people as you can see that there's only 1 card in the pack that's face down. You chose the...
Ace of Spades.
Take the card out. If it is the Ace of Spades, give Phil a tremendous round of applause, all right? Wow. Yes, Phil. Thank you very much. Phil, you like a little drink, don't you? You like a little drink?
I do.
Yeah, come here. This is for you, Phil. Thank you very much. There you are. Give Phil a round of applause. Yes. One last thing. We're going to go soon. I want to do one last thing. The box. I asked people before the interval to write inside the box the name of their first boyfriend or girlfriend, or someone that they kissed, someone that they fancied in the playground, or just make a name up. All right. And I put about 25 pieces of paper there. Thanks to you all, they all got used. All right. I haven't been anywhere near the box, and I don't want to touch the box. So, Linda, will you do me a favour? Will you stand up? Will you go over to the box? The box is closed, Linda. Go over to the box. Listen carefully. I don't want to touch the box, but no, on the sides there's like 2 triangles. Pull them both open, you'll hear the Velcro rip. Lift up the black tab at the front, and you'll see another black tab. Pull that back. Take one of them out for me, Linda, and just return to your seat with it. I'm going to finish with this story. We've all done stupid things when we were younger, right? Yeah. And when I was 18, I went on my first lads' holiday, all right, and we had such a laugh. But I did one stupid thing, all right. I met this person, and it was my first holiday romance, and you know, we really fell in love over those 3-4 days that we were in Magaluf. And I know I'm not making this sound as poignant now as it was to me at the time, but it was an amazing experience. So much so that on the last night, we went out, me and this person, and we decided that, you know, to commemorate that experience that we had in BCM, that we would have a tattoo. I haven't forgot about you, Linda. I'm just telling a story about this person, and it got me thinking. So I had a tattoo of this person's name, and it got me thinking. You know, we all had that first person that we fell in love with, and probably nobody did such a stupid thing that I did. I know, Linda, I'm getting to you. Yeah, that I did, and the thing was, is that I thought it was one of those henna tattoos that came off after 3 weeks, but I'm 27 now, and it's not come off yet. So I've got this sneaky suspicion that it might be a real tattoo. Linda, everybody put the names of someone in the box, didn't they? And we've got one chosen at random. You shuffled them up and picked one out. I just wanted to see whether that name of that person would be anything like the name of, you know, of the person that I fell in love with. Linda, do me a favour, stand for me, and in a loud voice, you don't have to stand actually, Linda, that's it. In a loud voice, tell everybody the name of the girl on the piece of paper.
Go on, Linda.
Dave Hunt. Thanks, Linda. Thank you very much. Is that what it says? Dave Hunt. You've not read the name Gemma wrong or anything. Dave Hunt. Is that it? I'm gonna show you my tattoo. It's been an absolute pleasure performing for you tonight. Have a look at this. David Hunt. Yes, that's him. You've been an absolute pleasure. Thanks everybody. Take care. See you later on.